Welcome to the Brightlands home workout video. My name is Tom and I will be your personal trainer for today. I will guide you through a series of exercises that focuses on the entire body. So each week we'll do a different body part. Let's get the show on the road. So therefore we're going to start with a warming up to prime our body for the task ahead. We're going to do 3 minutes warming up with 6 different exercises. And we'll stop 5 seconds. We're going to start with the walkout. So make sure you have some space in front of you. Walk all the way out and come all the way up. Try to get a stretch on the back of your legs and come up. Up, walk out and then come up. So stretch the back of your legs. Keep on walking. There we go. The next one will be the windmill. So we're going to bend over, touch our feet. Going to rotate from the spine and our heart beat up. Just tap your feet with your hands and try to get a stretch in the back of your legs as well. So keep your knees stretched. The next one will be knee to the chest, fully stretch in the hip and then lunge out, come back up. Other leg, full stretch, come out and back. Full stretch in the hip, there we go, and back. Other leg, knee to the chest, fall out, come back up. There we go. So the next one you'll probably recognize from yoga. So a downward dog position. I'm going to stretch the back of the legs. So you feel this in the calves and you extend your knees one by one. So try to really point your hips upwards and stretch out those calves. If everything is going well, you're already feeling your blood flowing up a bit. Next one is a up all the way up here and then come all the way up here. So head in the air and now your hips in the air. Head in the air, hips in the air. Head in the air, hips in the air. This is also good for the mobility of the shoulders. So next one, you're going to sit on your heels and you're going to really fall into your hips like this. And then come all the way up as a cobra. And come back, fall into your hips. Really stretch it out. You'll feel it in the shoulders as well. Stretch it out. And there we go. This is also good for the lower back when you stretch out in this position. So now back up. That was the warming up. Let's get ourselves ready. So now that we're ready with the warming up, we're going to do something a bit more challenging. You and I are going to work on your goals, so join me. So today we're going to do a back day. The first exercise is called the Kettlebell Swing. We're going to do 4 sets of 30 seconds with 50 seconds rest in between, and we start in 5 seconds. So pause the video to get a weight, maybe use a big bottle of water and fill it completely up. So take the bottle of water, hold it between your hands and try to explosively thrust from the hips and use your arms as an extension from the thrust of your hips. So use the momentum you gain from your lower extremity. So the deeper you go and the harder you push, the further your arms will go upwards. So rest, use the rest in between. And we start again with the second set in 5 seconds. So push from the hips. Try to really pinch with the glutes. Push your hips forward and let the weight swing. So if you use a bottle of water, the water inside the bottle will go up and down, so it's an extra tough exercise. And rest. So this exercise is also good for the vascular system, getting your heart rate up, and we're targeting the entire posterior chain, so the back side. So I'm not raising the weight with my arms or my shoulders, I'm raising it with my hips. And rest. And there we go. One. Last set, guys, come on. So that was a kettlebell swing. This exercise is called the bent over row. We're going to do 4 sets of 30 seconds or 50 seconds rest in between. We start at 5 seconds. So what you want to do is grab some weight and you're gonna slightly bend the knees and bend over as far as your hips allow your back to still be straight. You're going to roll the weight towards your belly button and even lower than that. Squeeze with your shoulder blades and let it drop controlled. So don't let the weight hang in between the sets or the repetitions. Try to keep a constant tension on the back muscles. And rest. What's the most important element of this exercise is when you are leaning forward that you don't round out your lower back. Keep your pelvis tilted forward and keep a neutral position of the spine. So, set number 2. Control of the lower back, very important. And rest. So we're going to start with the 3rd set in about 5 seconds. There we go. Place your feet pretty far away from each other and have a controlled lower back section. Remember to bring it just underneath your belly button. Control your shoulder blades as well, really important. And rest. So, 1 more to go. Last set. Keep the intensity high. Come on. And wow, that was the bend over row. This exercise is called the Sumo Deadlift. We're going to do 4 sets of 30 seconds, 50 seconds rest in between. We start at 5 seconds. So what you want to do is get in a sumo stance, so really broad, and from there we're going to touch the ground with our lower back. So from this angle in a neutral position. Ever so slightly bend the knees, especially when going downwards, to touch the ground with the weight and lift the dead object off the ground. In that way you can see where the name comes from, deadlift. So again, what's really important is that you protect the lower back, so keep your core tight. Keep your spine in a neutral position, so don't bulge it out or extremely round it out. Neutral means just aligned and in a relatively straight line. You should feel this most in the glutes, hamstrings and lower back even. This is a great compound exercise, meaning you really target a lot of muscle groups simultaneously. So there we go again. And rest. So we're going to do one more set, take the rest. Control your breathing. So there we go. And wow, that was the Sumo Deadlift. So we're now going to do a single leg deadlift. We're going to do 4 sets of 30 seconds with 50 seconds rest in between, and we start in 5 seconds. So what you want to do is place one foot to the front and the other to the back side, and now we're going to raise or lower the weight over the leg that's in front. Try to hinge from the hips and feel it mostly within the hamstrings. So like touch your feet with the weight and bring it back up again. And rest. We're going to do the left side now. So one foot forward, ever so slightly bend the knees and bring it over the kneecap. And rest. So, right foot forward, we go again. So really try to keep your core tight again with this one. And rest. So one more time for the left side. So let's go. One more, and great job. Single leg deadlift. This exercise is called the leaning row. We're going to do 4 sets of 30 seconds, 50 seconds rest in between, and we start in 5 seconds. So what you want to do is place one foot forward, then slightly bend the knee and lean with straight arms like this. And now bring the weight all the way back via the elbow. Try to bring it back and downwards. So really try to incorporate the shoulder blade and feel it like in the back side of the shoulder and down the back. And rest. So we did the right side now. In about 10 seconds we're going to start with the left side. So I'm going to place my right foot forward, bend the knee a little, and then lean forward from the hip. And then you have all the space to do a rowing movement. So via this way you can lean forward without taxing your lower back. By leaning on your knee. And rest. So we did the left side now, we're going to do the right side again. So 2 for each side. Okay, left foot forward, like this. Lean forward from the hip, and with straight elbows, lock yourself out. Try to lower the weight slowly and keep control via the muscles. So don't let the weight drop down. And rest. So use that rest in between. We're going to do one more time for the left side. So same principle. Right foot forward, bend the knee, lean from the hip forward and lock it out with your elbow. Almost there. Keep the intensity high. So that was the leaning row. So that was a great workout. Surely you must be pretty sweaty right now. So before we get on with your day, we have to cool down a bit first. So let's start with the cooling down. So we're now going to start with the cooling down. We're going to combine some static and dynamic stretches to cool our body down for the day ahead. So we're going to do 6 different exercises, 30 seconds each. We start in 5 seconds. So this one, the first one, you already know. We're going to do a windmill. We're going to come up between each repetition. So we're dynamically stretching the back of our legs. And don't make this too intense. Just lean forward from the hips. Get stretch on the hamstrings and the calves. So after this one, we're going to do a bit more simple. We're going to rotate our hips. can really imagine the joint in the socket, the hip socket, making this movement, like we're dancing. So the next one will be for the side obliques. So we're going to stretch out fully, lean to this side, relax, stretch out fully, lean to that side. Make yourself as long as you can. Stretch out that way. Control your breathing. Make sure you get that heart rate a bit down. So now I'm going to do a quad stretch and release the other side. This is also a bit of a stability exercise. So that's why we don't stay too long on one leg. Up. Up. So we just did the front of the legs, going to do the back side now. Lean forward, up, lean all the way forward, so don't push your knees to the front but your hips to the back while leaning forward. And then you feel it on the hamstring. So now we're going to do some dynamic calf stretching. So try to grab the sole of your foot while maintaining stretched knees, so extended knees. Some people can't reach it, so ever so slightly bend the knee. Okay guys, so I hope your heart rate is a bit down. You feel your entire body tingling. Great job. Thanks for today guys, that was a great workout. If you have any ideas or suggestions, please contact our email address down below. Also know that we provide live training sessions as well. So via SmartMove, let's always stay one step ahead.